Wilson! I can't do it as well. And I just lost my voice trying to do it. So I can't do as well as Tom Hanks does it. But this video that you're about to see is actually from several years ago. And it was previously on another YouTube channel that I'm actually not part of anymore. So I thought about sharing it with you guys. A complete tutorial on how I made Wilson. I'm sure you've seen him on the set on my other one, not this one, the one over here, which you can't see right now. But it's been up on there. I'm sure you've seen him before in past videos. So I thought about walking you through the tutorial video that I made years ago. So enjoy. So the other day I was just out minding my own business, you know. There I was walking through this Fred Meyer, the store, you know, just buying some groceries, you know, some lunch for the day, really. And I, for some reason, decided to take a different path to the drink aisle, and I found myself over in sporting goods, which was weird. I don't ever go over there very much, and there it was. I mean, it's not much more I can really say after all these years of searching. I finally found him. I mean, he's right here. Welcome in, guys, to a very special episode. I mean, every episode is special in my opinion. But we have found Wilson. Yes, I found Wilson. Wilson! I thought about doing the whole reenactment scene where I'm in the water and trying to chase after him.
Wilson, I'm sorry! Wilson! Wilson!
I'm not going to. Because I actually hurt my knee pretty bad riding the one wheel. So here I am in studio taking a break from the one wheel. So I decided to take this guy out of the closet and finally get to the custom that I'm going to do to this. I'm actually going to make this more screen accurate. I'm going to weather him up. I'm going to stuff him with his brains or hair, whatever it was in the movie. And then I'm going to try and touch up some of the blood, the handprint, to make it a little bit more realistic looking. This is just like a screen print onto the volleyball. It's pretty good. It's not great. It could be better. So we'll see if I can make it look halfway decent. It was $12, guys. $12. This is amazing. So I couldn't pass it up. He's going to be a set piece here. So without further ado, let's dive into this custom movie prop retouch. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to it, guys. How about that? All right, so I'm still trying to get lighting and camera angles set up for this set. So it's not perfect, but it'll have to do for now. So apologize in advance. But I wanted to get going. I wanted to make a video instead of just constantly sitting around trying to set things up, see how things work. So I'm just gonna start making videos and tweak them as I go. I think that's the most logical. That way I'm still getting content out to you guys. So Wilson, here we go. Let's dive right on into him. It's really, I'm only needing a couple of things to make this guy happen. I picked up this wreath right here over at Joann Fabrics. I think it was like $8 maybe. I think they're even having a sale on it. Now, I actually was planning on just going out and finding my own like twig, sticks, grass types of thing. But I went in for, which I'm going to talk about right now, this stuff. It's like this weird foam thing, stuff like flowers and arrangements and other, other stuff like that. Because I'm going to be cutting open this volleyball, aka Wilson, so there's not gonna be any sort of support. So I'm thinking I'll stuff him with this and put the twigs and stuff inside of him. And while I was picking this up right next to this stuff, I saw the wreath and I figured why not pick it up. It'll save me some time going out looking for some sticks. So that's literally all this is twigs wrapped up in a wreath. So I'm gonna cut it open and stick it on into Wilson. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to then weather him up, dirty him up, all that good stuff. But first, I'm going to have to slice into his skull so I can start stuffing him full of goodies. So let's just do it. Found the actual screen used Wilson, like a super high resolution. Oh, and it sold for $10,000. I don't have to be too careful with the cutting or try to be precise, because the more like terrible it looks, the more I mess up, the better it's gonna look. Because I mean, look at the screen used one. That thing is trash. So the more I do make it a crappier I do of a job, the better it's gonna look. I'm actually going to go ahead and get the weathering done on him first before I stuff him full of his brains. I don't know, what are the hair, brains? Whatever comes out of the top of his skull. That is what I'm going to do after I do all the weathering process. I think that just might be a better way of doing it. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, on to my favorite part of any build that I do, the weathering process. And what I'm doing is paint wash. And paint washing is pretty simple and fun to do. It's super messy at sometimes. You just take a mixture of different types of paints and usually just into like a water, mix paint with water, and then just slather it all up. And then what you do is you wipe as much off as you possibly can, and then just kind of repeat it. Rinse and repeat basically is what you're doing. So I'm trying to remove the lettering from the volleyball. It has like the copyright information, stuff that wasn't in the movie on the actual reference photo. So just use a Dremel, and I just shaved off all that, and it worked pretty good. Now I'm just going through and just using different colors. I used, I think 3 total colors. I used a black, like a dark brown, like a leather brown, and then over the top, I used a fleshy type color to really bring out that white-ish beige color back out of the volleyball. But I'm using the brown here as like an underlayer, and it's darker because I'm going to be covering it with another layer of paint. That's really all I'm doing, is just layers and layers of paint and rubbing, cleaning. So I'm using rubbing alcohol on a paper towel and just to help remove some of the excess paint that I don't need. And since I'm using acrylic paint, it wipes off pretty easily. Something else I'll just throw in, I'm actually using a reference photo. I found the actual screen used one. I wasn't expecting that. I was just going to use a screen grab from the movie itself, but I actually found a high resolution picture online of the actual screen used volleyball. So I was trying to match it a little bit, not necessarily the actual areas of like weather matching, but mainly the colors. So that's what I was trying to focus on. If you guys are going to be weathering something yourself, I would look at reference photos. Helpful tip. And lastly, I decided to bust out the air compressor and use the fleshy tone color over the entire volleyball just to even things out, make things uniform and match. Alright, I've made a thing. I went ahead and did some more slicing on the top and weathered that up. But yeah, I think I might have gone a little bit heavier on the weathering, but I don't think it's terrible. The next thing is taking this stuff and shoving it right into his brain. And then I'm done. That's it. So yeah, there he is, guys. This was a pretty awesome, fun, fairly quick and easy, straightforward build. So it came out pretty well. I thought I had overdone the weathering on him, but you know what? I think it looks amazing. The more I look at it, the more I like it. So I'm pretty pleased with this one. Kind of surprised myself. I got lots of wall space that I still got filled, so this is partly why I decided to make him, because I wanted a cool little set piece. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So there you go, Wilson! Yes, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was from many years ago. A few inches shorter on the beard there. It's weird to see my style change over the years too, as far as how I paint stuff, how I shoot things, how I edit stuff. It's kind of fun. So thank you for coming down memory lane. And if you find one of these volleyballs, hopefully you do it yourself. I actually have not seen... Wow, it's really dusty. It's been up on the top shelf for many years. I haven't seen one of these volleyballs in a very long time, but I know you can pick them up on Amazon. They're not too expensive. I think I paid like $12 for this at Fred Meyer. But I think you pick them up on Amazon for about 20 bucks or so. If I can find one, I'll leave a link in the description for you down below, so check it out there. And that's all I got for you today. So thank you so much for, coming down memory lane and watching this video. Hopefully it's helped. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate that. And consider subscribing. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see you in the next video. So get out there, make some art.